You wake up in the snowed-in cabin that keeps the fire low, breath fogging in the dark, and realize the tiny glow in the stove is the only reason you're still alive. Let your shoulders come down from where the cold pulled them. There's nothing you need to do here, nothing to solve, nothing to carry. Just breathe and let the story fold around you like a second blanket. Outside, the snow has been falling since the middle of the afternoon, soft and patient, filling the whole world without a single sound. The cabin sits alone at the edge of a frozen lake, its roof already thick and rounded with white. Inside, the air is dim and close and still, and the only light in the room is the small orange breath of a wood stove in the corner. It is not a big fire. It never is. That is the secret of this place. And tonight, slowly, you will come to understand it. Why the smallest fire is the one that carries a person all the way through to morning. Settle in. The night is long, and the cabin is warm enough, exactly enough. Feel the weight of the blankets settle over your legs, wool and heavy and warm. Let your breath go slow, in and out, slower than the falling snow. There is a rhythm to a night like this, and the cabin already knows it by heart. The beams overhead tick softly as they cool. The kettle on the stove has gone quiet. Somewhere under the floorboards, the cold presses in, patient and endless. But it does not reach you. Not here, not tonight. You are held in a small circle of warmth, no wider than the room, and that circle is enough. It has always been enough. Notice how the light from the stove moves along the log wall, gentle and amber, rising and falling like something slowly breathing. It leans and sways. It never leaps. That soft, low glow will stay beside you all the way to morning, and all you have to do is let it. Outside, the storm has swallowed the shape of the land. The lake has gone under white. The pines are bowed low, their branches loaded with snow that will not fall until spring. There is no road anymore, no fence line, no edge at all between the ground and the sky, just the slow, endless drifting down of it. The wind moves around the cabin the way water moves around a stone, folding past the corners, sighing along the eaves, then letting go. On the roof, the snow has grown deep, layer upon soft layer, thick as a folded quilt laid over the whole house. It looks like weight. It looks like something a person would want scraped away and gone. But that white blanket on the roof is doing quiet, patient work tonight. Work you will come to understand before the story ends. For now, just watch it gather in the dark, calm and unhurried, one flake at a time. Inside, a figure moves without hurry through the low light. You see him only in outline, broad shoulders against the amber glow, a wool sweater worn soft at the elbows from 100 winters like this one. This is the keeper of the cabin, though no one ever gave him the title. He has wintered here for many long seasons, alone with the stove and the snow and the great slow dark. He crosses the room the way you cross a room you know by heart, without needing to look, his steps quiet on the plank floor. He does not build the fire up. He never does. He kneels by the stove, opens the small iron door on its worn hinge, and studies the embers the way another man might study an old and familiar page. Then he adds one split log, only one, and he closes the door again, slow and careful, so the latch makes almost no sound at all. Look close at the coals resting inside the stove. Not flames, not really. A low bed of deep orange, breathing softly under a thin gray skin of ash. When the air moves across them, they brighten, a slow pulse from ember to gold and back to ember, again, over and over, unhurried. This is a fire held at its very quietest, low enough that it sips at its fuel instead of devouring it, low enough to last the whole night through. The keeper learned long ago that a roaring fire is a hungry thing. It burns bright, it burns fast, and by the coldest hour before dawn, it has eaten all its wood and left nothing but gray ash and a chill that creeps back across the floor. So he keeps it here instead, at this patient orange glow. Small, steady, alive. A fire you tend with care, rather than a fire you simply feed. Here is the thing that almost no winter teaches you gently. A big fire on a night like this one can be the very thing that puts itself out. Let the heat climb too high, and it races up the stovepipe, warming the metal, warming the roof from beneath. And that deep blanket of snow above begins to melt, not slowly, not kindly, but all at once. The water finds the seams in the boards. It runs down along the pipe, tracing the beams, and it drips cold and dark, straight down onto the coals. By the middle of the night, the fire is drowned, hissing into silence, and the man who built it too high wakes to a cabin gone black and freezing around him. The trappers of the far north knew this in their bones. They chose the low flame on purpose, not to save a little wood, to stay alive until the light. They had a name for it, an old and simple name: banking the fire. The trappers of northern Canada, the herders and woodsmen of the Scandinavian forests, all of them learned the same quiet craft across the same long winters. You rake the coals into a low, close mound. You bank them near together, feed them just enough, and you let the fire hold at a steady simmer through the darkest, coldest hours. The snow on the roof stays exactly where it is, thick and undisturbed, a blanket over the whole cabin, holding the warmth inside instead of letting it flee up into the sky. The low fire and the deep snow work together, the way two old friends will share a task without needing to say a word. And the keeper, kneeling there in the glow, understands something older than any fire. There are things you cannot command, and there is the small, steady thing right in front of your hands. Watch a single drop gather at the cold lower edge of the window glass, catching the amber light, trembling there a moment, then sliding slow and clear down to the sill. Outside, the storm does whatever it wishes. It does not ask permission. It will not stop for the keeper, or for you, or for anyone who ever lived. And he made his peace with that a long time ago. He cannot quiet the wind. He cannot lift the snow from the bowed pines, or turn the black night any shorter than it is. So he does not try. He tends the one thing that is truly his to tend: the coals, the single log, the low and faithful glow. Epictetus, in the cold of a far older age, wrote that some things are up to us and some are not, and that peace begins the moment you learn the difference. The keeper never read those words. He simply lives them every winter, one quiet fire at a time. Now the cabin begins to soften towards sleep. The keeper reaches over and lowers the wick of the oil lamp on the table, and the room dims by a shade and then another. The shadows grow long and kind along the old log walls. He drapes a wool blanket over the back of his chair. He sets his boots by the stove, where they will be warm and dry by the time dawn comes. And he lets the day set down its weight at last. Whatever the storm broke today, whatever went undone or unfinished, he leaves it there at the door with the snow. Tomorrow will ask for its own hands, and he will give them. Tonight asks only that he rest. The stove ticks softly, the low fire holds, and the small orange glow keeps its steady, faithful watch over the room, asking nothing of him now, giving quietly everything it has to give. If you could rise up through the falling storm and look down from high above, you would see it all at once. One cabin, a single dark shape in a white and endless country. No other lights for miles in any direction. No sound but the wind and the long hush of the falling snow. And there, from its chimney, the thinnest thread of pale gray smoke, rising slow and unbroken into the dark. That thin thread is the whole of the story, not a blaze, not a beacon burning for the world to see, just a small fire kept low on purpose, breathing steadily beneath a heavy roof of snow. The largest thing for miles tonight is the storm, The most patient thing for Miles is that one little flame, and the flame is the one that will still be here, glowing when the light finally comes. Everything vast eventually passes, the small, tended thing remains. Back inside, the keeper settles down beneath his blankets, and the last of his motion goes still. His breathing slows, deep and even, until it is matched to the very pulse of the coals. Rise and fall, ember to gold and gold to ember again. The cabin holds him the way it has held him through so many nights, without complaint, without change, without asking. The stove door glows a dim and sleepy orange in the corner. The snow keeps its silent watch above the beams, and there is nothing left to do now, nothing to fix, nothing at all to fear. The work of the day is finished and set down. The fire is banked and low. The long night will keep its quiet promise. You can feel your own breath slowing now to that same soft rhythm, the one the whole cabin shares, the one that carries everything gently on toward morning. And here is what the low fire always seemed to know. The smallest flame, well tended, outlasts the fiercest one. The coals glow softer now, and softer still, the deep orange fading slowly toward a quiet, sleepy rose. The room begins to dissolve at its edges. The window, the beams, the wool blankets, the endless snow falling beyond the glass. All of it loosening now, growing dim and warm and far away. There is nothing at all you need to hold on to. The fire does not need you to watch over it. The snow does not need you awake to keep falling. Let the images come apart like smoke. Let the storm keep falling somewhere far out past the edge of sleep, where it can no longer reach you. The glow will stay low and steady and enough all the way through the dark to the light. The lamp is out now. The coals rest low, a faint orange breath in the dark, and the cabin holds you the way it always has. Sleep now. Good night.